Alright, so right now I am just racing because I'm late, but I am going to be talking to you today about arthritis and inflammatory conditions, autoimmune disorders, and going to be wrapping in a whole lot of yoga. I am outfitted by Joe Fresh. You can't see me right now, but you will in a bit. It's going to be like kind of the red carpet sort of thing where I show you what I'm wearing and of course who made it. But yeah, I'm going to be talking to you about yoga. I'm going to be talking to you about foods. I'm going to be talking to you about tea, and one really amazing nonprofit organization called the Power of Movement, who I have been very excited to be the celebrity ambassador, at least one of them. So yeah, I'm totally excited. I am Melissa Ramos from Sexy Food Therapy, and here is an interview coming right at you. Okay, so I'm here, Melissa Ramos from Sexy Food Therapy, and today I'm here with Emily Shandruk, and I'm also here with Jana Webb, And if you're wondering who these two amazing, lovely women are, Emily is actually from the Power of Movement, and Jana is here. She's a yoga instructor, and she has her own great yoga called Yoga. So we're going to be hearing about that in just a second. So I guess I want to begin with what is Power of Movement for people?
Sure. Power of Movement is Canada's largest yoga fundraiser. It started 5 years ago with a woman here in Toronto named Dorna Chi. She has lupus and she was in the hospital, a particularly long stay, and she's a yoga instructor. So she turned to her yoga breathing to really help her through her stay in the hospital. Awesome. And she came to our foundation, the Arthritis Research Foundation, with an idea that with more than 4.2 million people in Canada living with arthritis, she can't be the only one that would benefit from this. And so it started in Toronto, and 6 years later it's moved across Canada, and we're helping a lot more people.
That's amazing. So Power of Movement, just for people who want to know what's my affiliation with them, they've actually asked me to be one of their celebrity ambassadors, so I'm very honored to be a part of this great initiative. And obviously I like to help people feel sexy from the inside out, and when we have any sort of inflammatory conditions like arthritis, fibromyalgia, even something like my mother had, which is polymyalgia, inflammation of the muscles, you just don't feel sexy when you're in pain. So together with a crew of people, we are helping people through yoga, through nutrition, and through various avenues to bring sort of awareness and help those who are in pain and suffering to feel sexy from the inside out. And then we have the lovely Jana, and let us know a little bit, what is yoga?
So yoga is yoga for jobs. So I design yoga-specific programs for different athletes and different sports teams. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, like you get to see hot boys in the process of this.
Yeah. It's not a bad gig to have. No, it's a sports-specific yoga training program.
Okay, great. And how long have you been doing yoga for?
10 years. Yeah.
10 years. Let's show those pipes actually. Okay, so I know I'm totally making her feel absolutely uncomfortable. So I guess I want to know is that for those out there who've never done yoga and who suffer from these inflammatory conditions like arthritis, what could you tell them about yoga that will make them feel comfortable that this could be something that could actually benefit them?
That's what Emily said about the breathing and using the breathing as different, as a coping mechanism to find relaxation. That's probably the most important part of it. And then in terms of the movement part of it, the actual moving of the, as you move through yoga postures. And it doesn't even have to be anything that vigorous, and I think people are confused about what yoga is at this point because there's all many different types. Yoga is breath and movement and the combination thereof. So in saying that, it's movement, getting synovial fluid, getting the joints lubricated, keeping the joints healthy.
So making things flow. Because I know, like, I'm a nutritionist and a Chinese medical practitioner, and Chinese medicine, we always say when there's stagnation, when things are stuck, then disease and pain and so forth arises. So yoga actually helps to move that, right?
Exactly. Like I really think stress, first of all, people who suffer from chronic pain, they hold a lot of stress because they have to, and that's kind of their way of holding on to whatever it is that, to get them through the days, right? And stress, as you know, cortisol hormone, absolutely, affects people from the cellular level, and it's toxic, and then it starts to affect the body from the inside out. So what you're doing is fabulous.
Absolutely, yeah. So you got things to move, right?
Exactly.
And so basic postures. I know that we were talking a lot about how sometimes we use our shoulders as earrings. What could we do if people have pain that's here? Because I know a lot of people, especially with fibromyalgia, they diagnose it based on the amount of quadrants that they have pain in, and definitely here it is an area where people suffer from a lot of pain.
Right.
So what could we do to actually alleviate that?
Right. So one of the tongue is one of the strongest muscles in the body, as people know. So what people tend to do when they're holding on to something, it starts up here in the jawline, right? So just even open it. You're really good at that. And just simple shoulder rolls, right? Lifting the shoulders up and back, interlacing fingers behind the head, and just a gentle pull, stretching through the back of the neck and into the back of the spine. Yeah. And these are just all simple things that even right now as you do it, like I just felt, you just feel that instant
release that just goes all the way down.
So simple, hand up.
Okay.
High five.
High five.
So just actually simply like squeezing, creating flares, cutting up the blood flow to the knuckles and the wrist joint, and then release.
Okay, so like you're pissed off,
happy, angry, happy.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you can feel that, right? And if you actually really close your eyes as you do it, you can kind of feel the tinglings in the nerves, right? Feel that splash of energy.
Yeah. And so it's essentially you're creating blood flow, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, and then after when it releases the blood flows into the joints,
right,
creating, I guess, some circulation, right?
And just stimulating the nerves. Like there's all sorts of benefits when we're talking about this stuff. The nerves, the blood, it's everything to do with the body, right? And how to make the body more efficient.
So one of the things I kind of want to get in is, be talking as though I'm on the right carpet, what I'm wearing. The lovely Emily was kind enough to hook me up with Joe Fresh, the Loblaws brand, and you'd think to actually get clothes from a grocery store, but I was amazed at the selection that they have there. So what I'm wearing today, I feel like I should have Joe.
I think we're all wearing Joe Fresh.
We're all wearing Joe Fresh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are like, I know, look at this, we look so cute.
Yeah, I think so.
So I went there and it's amazing, the prices are fantastic. You can get a whole lot of stuff for such a little amount. And I mean, they're pretty stylish clothes.
Yeah, and they've been a supporter of the Power Movement. They came on board last year for our 5th year, and they're supporting us again this year.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're an amazing partner.
Yeah, no, I was, thank you, Joe Fresh, because I think you look great. And
wear paper bags.
Okay, and so the last thing is, where are we?
So we're at Energy Exchange, which is in the heart of Leslieville in Toronto, Queen and Broadview. It's sort of an all-encompassing space. It's not really a gym. They offer yoga. Jana teaches her yoga here. They offer boot camp, kettlebell classes, that gravity thing that is a crazy-looking machine. It's a space that doesn't feel like you're actually going to work out. You're going to go and hang out with friends and maybe leave a little sweaty and stinky.
And the place is quite beautiful, though, isn't it? It's gorgeous, the whole facility.
Yeah, it's, like I said, it doesn't really feel like you're at the gym. It's a beautiful, beautiful space.
And I love the deck outside, too. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it inspires more cold beverages than hardcore workouts.
Perfect.
So, thank you to, the people here for having us in here. And thank you to you guys. And then I think right now we're going to do what? We're going to go over to Steep and Infused.
Yes, have some tea.
Yes.